2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing Manning. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's a give to Bothwell. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
So now it's 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense, you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
They'll run play action. He's got the tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The Bulldogs using their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He gets it away, and it is a high hanging punt. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Manning on play action. Here's the pressure. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move them on the counter. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's him in stride inside the 10. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Trying to run, it's Smothers. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
3rd and goal for the offense. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Here's Brown. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
4th down, Manning. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. They get on the board first. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Handoff from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Taylor wants to throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
A high kick trying to pen them deep. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. turning it on. He's at the touchdown, Longhorns! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles, that's for dang sure.
And they tacked on the extra point. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He leaves it with his back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll give it to Fluff. Maybe some room here. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Now the Longhorns will call. First of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Taylor wants to throw. Hauls it in.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Fluff. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Taylor wants to throw it. He's going to fire deep. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. And so after the scintillating return, just don't mess it up. You've got to cash this in for a score. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Taylor wants to throw. Complete to Williams over the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. The give out of the gun. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Trying to play a little field position with that high punt.
And what a game-changing play right there, because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a first and goal. Taylor wants to throw it, and he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to surge it in. He will not get there as the defense stopped him again.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The defense trying to make a stand on third and goal. Flips it out in the flat. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down.
It's a good decision by the quarterback. The defense was blitzing, so he threw hot to his running back out on the perimeter of the field, but just a better job tackling by the defense to now set up fourth down.
This defense trying to stand tall on fourth and goal from the 2. Off play action. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. There's some room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Arch to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up 2nd and long. A give to Brown. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin him back deep in their own end. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Manning to throw. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. To the air, it's Manning. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. With the catch, it's Townsend. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Hart's going to spin it again. Looking for the end zone. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. The give to the tailback. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Here's a heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Makes the catch at the 30. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wingo. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, Manning. Got a man. It's Wingo. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just...
He'll take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And drops hurt as it is. But when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw the football again. That is a big missed opportunity.
It'll be third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On third down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great.
It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got a little grass. Inside the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simon. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wingo. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their feet.
He's loose. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Got a little space.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And he's dragged down.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
They've converted on 4th down once, but here's the big one. 4th and goal. 4th down, Manning. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires and picked off. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. Taylor wants to throw. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just 1 possession away.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the 2nd half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're...
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So a dynamite play there. 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Floats it out in space. Bounced off his feet.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Keeps it himself. Makes him talk to the hand. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Bulldogs! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. So that was a six-play, 75-yard drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Arch Madness. Under fire. He sacked this defense all over him. Whew, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Wingo. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on him.
The Longhorns come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Manning unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Wingo. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Longhorns have this offense rolling. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. That's caught. It's Wingo. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Here's a little room there. Bust through behind his pad. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Running inside, it's Simon. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to the well. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
He's got it inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Taylor wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. He'll set up to throw. Back's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes the Texas offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Got it. That'll be a first down and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. New set of downs after the completion. The give and tick, 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 tick. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And the Longhorns inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. Throwing Manning. Here comes the heat. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Caught over the middle. It's Black. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Black. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And here they come almost all the way back. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Yeah, it's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. The hands team doing its job, and that's going to do it for this one.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Great place to start for this offense. Here's Arch to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.